Okay, the business that we have is L&T Stone, which is a specialist stone company. We process all types from buying into small gravels to large boulders, which gives us quite a lot of waste, which leads us to where we got the buckets and why we got the buckets. The main reason was the costs and volumes that we were sending off to landfill were getting excessive. So we decided to look into the recycling market. However, the yard that we have is not large enough to process large volumes. We also don't have enough volume. So that's probably why we opted for the smaller options. Because we can move our own machine, it allows us to take the buckets with us onto site, so we can process on site as well as in the yard. The products that we gain can then be sold for resale to the end user, which gives us a large margin of profit, which is always obviously good. The reason that we chose the digger crusher range was purely on what we believe to be the best of the bunch. We looked at various other crushers, however we realised that the crusher bucket was probably the most acting as a unit, as a conventional crusher that you could probably purchase on the market. The great thing with the smaller crusher is its range in sizes. You can do 70mm right down to 20mm. We opt for a mainly 20mm because it gives us a larger return on our money, although production is slower. The other product that we do produce a lot of is 40mm, which is a good selling product again. We find that once you go above that, we lose the margins in the sales, so we opt for the two smaller sizes. Which is easy. The machines are very easy to change. 5 minutes and you can be crushing 20mm, 5 minutes later you can be crushing 40mm. The great thing with the REMU is that obviously the large pieces that we have of hardcore that do go into the product is obviously something that we knew would be a problem for us. So we were shocked as to how well it will handle the large pieces of rock and concrete without any damage to it, because it's all steel rotors. If you do get a jam, you can reverse it very easily. You tilt the bucket out and you just start again. So we have no major issues with it. Compared to some of the others, the rotaries, you have a big problem of security in them, damaging the drums. The star screener, a very good idea, but you can't repair it easily. With this one you just build up the hard surface, the cutting blades, and they should have an unknown quantity of uses. If you're putting turf through the REMU, you get a higher grade of soil, because generally turf is grown on a better grade of soil. You tend to find it leaves the sod within the bucket and allows you just to have clean soil coming out. Particularly if it's dry. This V model that we bought, the great thing with it is it just clips into the same bucket carriage, which then allows us to, some of the products that we buy in, the waste is very small. We can hand pick some of the larger, but the smaller sizes can't be hand picked and you need to grade them. So with having the 75, 50 and 25mm screens, it gives us another 3 options of production. We thought hard about the two, whether we needed the 2 heads. We decided we did, and that we would work with them. What we are finding is we don't need to change the heads as often as we probably first thought. So it's not as critical on the speed issue. We probably change the meshes more than we change the heads. We hope to expand on the REMU now, in that if we have a large volume of horse muck that comes through one of our sites, so we're hoping that by mixing and blending that with a good grade soil, that will now give us a composting soil ideal for the market gardener stroke type person which we supply a lot of. Everybody wants to build a raised garden, a raised bed in the garden that they can use as a small allotment. So a ton here, a ton there. It's another sale for a product that at present we're spreading on our fields, but could become a very valuable asset because we can now make it into a saleable product.